Mic test. Cool, working. Chris, I got to spray you down instructions from your wife.
Yes, the leg should be fine.
Yeah, just in case.
Okay, thank you. Maybe you want to tell us more about your bike and an introduction about yourself.
Yep, sure. So, hi everyone. My name is Chris.
Skater boy. Okay, sorry. Rolling? Wait. Okay, rolling, right? Welcome back to another episode. Today we are here at, where am I? I don't even know where am I, but we are somewhere in some HDB area. And I'm going to be featuring a very cool bike. As you can see from the YouTube title, this is a Tavelo. Welcome our guest for today, Chris. Sorry, no audience, I'll clap hands for you. Chris, you have a Tavelo. Chris, welcome to the show.
Hey, hi. Thanks
Chris,
for having me.
welcome. Thanks for coming over. Introduce yourself and the bike.
Yeah, so my name is Chris and this is my Tavelo Arow. This is my second road bike and I picked up road cycling seriously in 2022. Yep, so I got this bike in January.
Okay. You're a post-COVID cyclist.
I am a post-COVID cyclist, but I have been cycling since I was a kid, doing mountain biking.
Okay. Very cool bike. Maybe we'll speak more about your bike. Let's have a seat and have a chat about your bike.
Alright, cool.
Okay, Chris, now we are seated more comfortable. Maybe you can tell me more about your bike. So you were riding the TCR before this. What made you make the switch to this Tavelo?
So I think with the TCR, we had no other comparison with any other frames. And we don't know what is available out there. And actually was thinking about getting a new bike for a year or two and looking around. At first I was thinking of getting the Propel, and then I actually thought about getting the niche bike from Thailand, but they're quite expensive. And then I think I was browsing through YouTube and I came across a video from Jesse Coyle on the Nero show, and he talked about the Tavelo a lot.
Yep.
And I was just curious and I did more research and found out that it is actually quite a capable bike, and it's quite affordable.
So Tavelo has, I'm assuming, a couple of models. So this one is called the Arow. Do they have other models? Is this considered like, does it look Arow? Or is this the Arow model?
So this is the Arow model. So if you look at the frame, it is quite polarizing because it has a front. The front reminds me of SL8 somehow because it's like this protruding front. And then the back is like, so based on GC Performance, there's another YouTuber. The back reminds me a lot about the V4S, and actually the down tube reminds me a lot of the Canyon Aero.
Do you think like these guys are basically stealing ideas and putting it onto their frame?
I think yes, in a way, because they can do it.
Yeah.
Yep. And the problem with having this type of aero frames that comes from China is there's no data to back it up. But even the big brands doesn't actually have data to back up.
Yeah.
Nobody actually brings all the frames to, I think, Bridgestone to do their aero testing.
Yeah.
But compared to the TCR, is a lot of difference for me. In terms of the aero benefits, I do feel it. Anything above 35, it feels much easier. And I feel that it feels like a cheat code when you're riding in a group draft, because somehow your watt is like below 100 when you're in a draft.
And Tavelo, do they have other models besides this model called the Arow?
So they do have their first model before. It's about a year ago called the Tavelo Attack, but I don't think they're selling it anymore. They're only selling this model at the moment. Yeah.
And you buy it direct from China's website, the Tavelo website?
I actually didn't buy through the Tavelo website. I bought through this website called Panda Podium. and
Joe, right?
Joe.
Yeah.
There's a guy runs on the website, very helpful,
Yeah.
and his team is actually very helpful.
I think his YouTube name is called China Cycling.
Yes.
Ah.
So he's like the only person I see on the internet is actually talking about bikes coming from China, and actually quite scary of how much they innovate
Yeah.
compared to the Western brands.
This is just like the EV cars, right? Like so many good EV cars are coming out from China, like your BYD and all that. I guess it's the same for, for bikes.
Yeah. So if you are up to date with the current cycling world, the Astana is now riding the China bike,
Yeah.
XDS.
Yes.
If you look up XDS, it's actually a household brand in China, and it's all over China.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Can we talk about the color? Is this a custom color? How do you pre-order the colors?
So this is actually their standard offering. A lot of people ask me, is it a custom paint? Actually, it's a standard paint. So they actually have 3 ranges of color scheme. I think this is the geometry color. So it comes in this white, orange. They actually has a pink, purple, and they actually have a few more options. And they're all quite extensive paint job. Yeah, it doesn't look very normal. And a lot of people say that this is an interesting color scheme. This is not common. Yeah.
And when you are on the road, do people look at your bike, ask me, hey, what bike is this and all that? Or do they mistaken this for a Colnago or a SL hit?
Actually, a lot of people say, what brand is this? It's a very interesting color scheme.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of, I think at least in Singapore, not a lot of people knows about this brand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so happen, coincidentally or not coincidentally, you have matching bottles.
Yeah, so this is a matte bottle that has the same.
So I'm assuming you bought it because of the color.
Exactly.
Okay. Talk me through the maybe like warranty, any guarantees from the company, let's say shipping issues or whatever. What do they cover?
So when I ordered the frame, it arrived in a week, and apparently based on what the mechanic build up, he said the packaging was very, very good. It's even better than a lot of Western brands and well thought after. And there is crash replacement apparently
Yeah.
from Tavelo directly, but because I buy through Panda Podium, I deal with them.
Yeah.
And I think it is similar to what Specialized does. It's like something like assisted crash replacement. I'm not sure whether they give you a discounted price or they actually replace the frame.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so you bought this together with the handlebars. This one looks like some Rovel handlebars as well, but it's not.
So it comes with a handlebar.
Yeah.
And the handlebar itself, apparently a lot of people likes it because it is mainly cheap and it comes in various sizes ranging from like 80 stem all the way to 140 and you can get like a 400 width all the way to like 360. Yeah.
So a lot of options. Maybe run us through the setup.
So I do have Ultegra Di2 setup, standard. So 1134 on the back and 5236 on the front. It's totally standard, no difference. But what Tavelo did is they actually included a standard direct mount. So you don't need to go and you don't use the stock one. They actually have one built up for you. But the color is random.
Right.
Yeah. So because my wife has the same bike, it came in black, so mine came in silver. So it doesn't really matter, but it's cool anyway.
Yeah.
So I run on the Romin, S-Works Romin mirror. I've been using this in my old bike for 2 years plus. It took me a while to find a saddle that works. But this is a bit tricky, at least for me. You need to find a sweet spot. Once you find a sweet spot, it works very well.
In terms of weight, you mean, or
In terms of fit,
Yeah.
so I actually had a lot of issues in fit, and I went through Gary, weekend bike fitter. So I'm using the XM Polaris 42 I got the wheel right after they announced their launch, so I got it at a very affordable price. I think it was 1,600 during the launch.
Yeah.
And it comes with a DT Swiss 240. So what I like about this view is they actually walk the talk, that it builds confidence for the cyclist. So I run the 30 view tire, GP 5000 on 3 Plus, And because of their internal view for 23, it actually balloons up to 32 mm view.
Right.
So the bike clearance is actually 32 mm,
Okay.
but I think there's a lot more space left.
Yeah.
And I run on around 54 psi.
Right.
Yeah.
And you want to tell me about the Easter egg that you have somewhere in the fork?
Yeah, so I have an Easter egg on the fork. If you turn the fork round, you will see it says something called Enjoy Riding. And there's this Alpha logo there. It's quite interesting that they actually put something fun in there. Yeah.
Sizing, walk me through sizing as well.
So the sizing is a bit weird. So if you're familiar with Pina's sizing, it actually measures on the seat post. So previously I was riding a size M on the TCR, which is equivalent about 54. Yeah. But on this bike, I actually run on 51, or what they call it, 510.
Okay.
Yeah.
You were telling me also about the seat bolt. You guys said that there was some creaking or some rattling that you guys couldn't figure out. So you found the issue was actually the seat post bolt. What happened?
Yeah. So when I first got the bike in build up, I had some creaking sound, and doesn't sounds like the BB, but because I'm using a BB Infinite press fit bottom bracket, it is known to reduce sound or creaks. So I had a discussion with Shane on how to resolve it, and I found out that the seat bolt actually has a number 5.1 on it, and it looks like a torque spec, but actually Shane told me it's not a torque spec. And I checked because my wife has the same frame and a smaller size. It has a different number on it, and it's actually using a different seat clamp for different bike sizes.
Right.
And from that, I realized that actually it is not an afterthought. It actually put some thought into designing the frame.
Right.
So once I torqued it to spec, the sound went away.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is the weight of this bike, the build?
So the last time I weighed was 7.2 with pedals, porter cage, and the bike mount.
Okay.
Yeah.
Chris, before I let you go, last thing is the bottle cage. I think we haven't spoken about that. You want to tell us about this bottle cage?
Yeah. So the bottle cage I'm using, it is a Bontrager bottle cage, made famous by Tavelo, YouTuber. Yeah. Why I bought it is because I wanted something lightweight and cheap, and I think I got it from Malaysia. Was it 50 ringgit for one, and it's very lightweight and works well.
Yeah, nice. Chris, anything else before we go shoot B-rolls?
I think China is innovating at the moment, and if you look in what is coming out from China, I think that technology in wheels is apparently very good, and frames are improving as well.
Yeah.
So I think with that being said, do not think that China products are that bad. Because this frame is excellent for the price.
Yeah. So if anyone who's watching and you have questions about the Tavelo, or you plan to buy a Tavelo, comment in this video. I guess either I will answer or I'll become the messenger for Chris, and then we get your answers, your questions answered. Chris, thanks man, and thanks for the lunch and the coffee.